Hey everyone, what's up? This is There Is No Battle. It's Wednesday, back for another day in the series on how to beat depression, how to start on that road to recovery is kind of a bad word. Well, it's a weird word, but how to start on that road to feeling good again. For a lot of people when they're going through things, it's real hard to feel good consistently. It happens a lot in spurts, but it's important, when going through things, especially depression, to know that it does get better. Things do get better. Everything we go through is for us to learn from, to improve on, and hopefully assist others who are going through similar things as well. Um, I did some thinking yesterday, and I'll get into it in later videos a lot more about my thoughts on the word depression and all that stuff. But real quick, consider for a minute that depression doesn't really exist. Yeah, it's a word that gets thrown around, and it's a word that's used to describe a feeling or a series of feelings that we have. But consider for a minute that we made up the word depression. Also consider that we made up the definition of the word depression. What would depression be if that word never got made up? Think about that. It wouldn't exist. Uh, Real quick, there's a lot of drugs being manufactured by pharmaceutical companies, and those drugs are designed to help people deal with or beat depression. But what those drugs really do is, in your brain, there's a bunch of chemicals, man. I'm not a science major by any stretch of the imagination. I just have a roundabout view on knowledge on how the brain works and chemicals that are going on in there. It's like a science experiment in your head, pretty much. Dopamine is a chemical that gets released, and that's the chemical that makes you feel uh, accomplished. When you do something, that feeling that you get, the good feeling, that's dopamine. Serotonin is a chemical that gets released. That's the feel good chemical. That's the one that makes you feel good. A lot of these prescription drugs that come out to help beat depression, they trigger the release of those dopamine and serotonin, and I'm sure there's some other ones as well. Those are the main ones, though. The problem is when you take those chemicals, you're not really getting to the root of the problem. You're not really getting to the root of the issue as why those aren't being released naturally. I talked a little bit about in the other video about how to sort of resolve situations. It's really important. Instead of in our Western culture, in our society now, we're really like a band-aid society. We see a problem and we just want to put a band-aid over it instead of really getting to the root as to why that problem occurred in the first place to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Um, Lots of drugs, like everybody's different, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to not take those drugs. If you feel they're assisting you while you're taking those drugs, and while you review some of the things that I said today and in my other videos, really think about having those difficult conversations with people, having those internal conversations with yourself on how to address those issues. Why are you feeling depressed? Is it a work related thing? Is it family related? You not feel loved enough? Those are internal conversations you have to have with yourself. You have to look in the mirror, really look in the mirror, and ask yourself, Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Um, that brings me to my tip today. And these videos will go on as long as I feel I have a positive message to bring to people who are going through it. Because, like I said, I've been there. I know what it feels like. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking as some sort of guru. Just want you to listen to him talk or listen to myself talk. I really genuinely want to help people. Uh, the tip for today, um, in order to get a different result out of your life, you have to do different. You have to be different. That means doing things completely opposite in some cases of the way you're doing them now. Your life goes according to your actions. So if you're continuously doing and thinking the same things, the exact same result is going to come into your life at the end. You see it every day. Step outside your comfort zone. And for a lot of people, that's a lot easier than others. But do little things every day. For instance, run around the block. Sounds real stupid and crazy, but if you don't do that every day, doing that is different. Who knows? You might meet somebody running around the block that you wouldn't have met before. That's sort of the point. Running around the block is kind of a weird example, but those are the kind of things you want to start doing. Uh, go read a book on psychology. That's different. Watch a documentary on a subject you may have thought you had no interest in. That's different. Go instead of just walking by, that girl or guy that you were interested in and looking down, say hello. That's different. Fear is the on Twitter actually yesterday I made a comment that comfortability is debilitating because it paralyzes action. So what we want to do is the uncomfortable. And I know that's scary to a lot of people, but it does really help you moving forward and uh, starting to sort of think outside our little box that we like to put ourselves in. This is who I am, who we identify ourselves with. Like, this is who I am. These are the things I do. I can't change because this is just the type of person I am. So yeah, that's the tip for today. Um, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week, a great day, and get some sunlight. It's real nice out here in the Bay Area. Send positive energy to those out in Oklahoma going through the tornado. A lot of lives were lost, not just there, but all around the world. So I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.